Rich here from the RCNetwork.com, and this is going to be a quick unboxing of the brand new MIP Pro4mance Kit. This is a kit directly intended for the Tekno EB410. Now, if you haven't heard of that, that is Tekno's newest 1/10 scale four-wheel drive vehicle, as you see off to the far left there. Now, MIP is definitely known for tweaking things and making things better, and they claim that this, what's in this box right here, will make that over there a lot better. Now, to be perfectly honest, I am pretty skeptical. Now, I'm a huge MIP fan, do not get me wrong, but I also love that buggy over there. That thing has been one of the best experiences I've ever had with a four-wheel drive 1/10 scale buggy, and MIP is claiming that this will make it even better. So I'm a little bit skeptical, only because MIP is kind of maneuvering everything around on the chassis, almost re-engineering the entire configuration of how the EB410 works. So that's where my skepticalism, if that's a word, goes into play. So taking a look at the box, it comes in like a shoebox size box, but it's extremely flat. It's the size of basically a chassis plate, and it has lots of parts in here. Now, don't get me wrong, this thing's expensive, so it's a huge investment, but it could take you to that next level. If you've seen Matt Olson drive with his, the kid's amazing, and don't get me wrong, you give the guy a two-wheel drive slash and he's pretty much going to destroy anyone out there on the track. Let's take a look at what all comes inside of this box here. And as we see this photo right here of the actual chassis plate, everything you see right there is what comes in this box. You get the chassis plate, you get a bunch of carbon pieces that actually go as a spline down the center of the actual chassis plate, and you get all of the bones or the aluminum drive shafts throughout, both front, rear, and center. You also get the diff couplers that come out of it, and you get all sorts of other bits and pieces to make this whole thing work, including a new battery brace. You do get a lay-down servo mount and a few other bits and pieces. So what's an unboxing if we don't actually open up a box? Well, we have a new kit right there. We need a new knife, the ZT0609. Let's get this thing open. This thing comes pretty well sealed all the way down. Looks like we have tape and a very thin box. I was pretty shocked at how small this thing was. I've seen photos of it, but haven't really seen one in person yet. This thing was just released literally, I think, on Monday. So this is Wednesday, the 28th of March, 2018. First thing we do is we get a color setup sheet, which is nice. I was already thinking I'm going to need this, because once you start tweaking things on a car that's pretty highly engineered like the EB410, everything's got to change. So it's nice that Matt Olson has put together this for the Pro4mance Kit. So we're looking at all sorts of different changes, and you know, he has all of his specifications of, you know, shock oil, tires. He runs the RS Pro with a SMC battery, the 13.5 motor, which I'm going to end up running as well. Now, to clear up some questions about this kit, the Pro4mance Kit, this is only intended for a 13.5 or stock 1/10 scale four-wheel drive buggy. They do not recommend this for anything that's running mod, so you'll start twisting drive shafts if you start running a mod motor with this kit. Now that I have everything out of the box, I've got a note. They actually sealed the foam peanuts inside. That's odd. I've never seen that before, but they actually sealed those in. So I'm amazed. So here is the main section, or all of the parts that come in the Pro4mance Kit. You can see drive shaft and bones and carbon fiber and little other bits and pieces and Velcro straps right there. Other carbon, all sorts of out drives and bits and pieces. And then you do get a full instruction sheet on how this all goes down. So it's nice that they're including that, so we don't have to start guessing on how to install everything. So that's that portion. And then finally the chassis plate, and this is pretty cool looking. I mean, it's odd to say the least. Let me go ahead and cut this thing out of here. We'll get this thing on video right now. Why not? There we go. ZT knife coming into action. Oh, this is nice. So now this is claimed to be slightly thicker than the stock chassis. Once again, this is aluminum. You do have a nice kick up right there, which I believe also has changed. Very nice milling all throughout this thing. I mean, you can see the anodization of this is beautiful. We do have kind of like an hourglass shape up here on the front, which is a slight difference from the stock one. And then you can see everything that's just been milled out here. We do have the MIP logos in there, which is very, very nice. You can see that all etched in there. And then you can see here all of the trays up here have been milled out as well. You do still have that pass-through right there for any wiring, which is pretty nice. I went ahead and flipped my EB410 upside down so we can just compare the chassis. That thing really has me kind of anxious to compare the two. Right here you're seeing the front end, which everyone always confuses underside of the EB410. I've seen even some chassis stickers that have, you know, forward this way, you know, so it's kind of funny. But right here, if we compare the two, I'm having this thing all the way even up here. Pretty much the same geometry up here. The kick up is slightly different, but I'm seeing maybe about a 5 or 4 millimeter shortened chassis right here, all the way to the rear. So that is slightly shorter. I can't really see the bolt pattern, but it does look like the bolts are a little bit further rear on the rear bulkhead right here. So, and like I said, this is a slight hourglass shape right here, up towards the front of it. And then of course the rear, you know, goes straight all the way back because now the battery is going to be placed towards the rear of the actual vehicle. Well guys, that's a quick look at the MIP Performance Kit for the EB410 from Tekno. Even have my sealed up packing peanuts right here ready to unseal and see what they can do. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed just my unexpected unboxing of this MIP Performance Kit. I have lots of wrenching to do. This isn't just turn a few screws and get this thing bolted on. Every diff has to be pretty much torn apart. I mean, all the drive shafts have to be changed out. I mean, this is a full overhaul. Plus, I'm running mod currently in this. I'm going to go back to stock, a 13.5 spec R motor from Tekno, and see what this thing can really do. Well guys, that is it for now. Comments, questions on down below, and as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now guys. Over and out.